In this video, I want to break down every single thing OpenAI ChatGPT Plus does, and then I want to offer you a free alternative. Sometimes local, sometimes you don't have to do any installation at all. The reason why we reached this place is because there is a huge craze for ChatGPT Plus, like the $20 subscription. So much that there is a demand that OpenAI decided to stop offering ChatGPT Plus subscription. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman very recently tweeted this. We are pausing new ChatGPT Plus signups for a bit. The surge in usage post Dev Day has exceeded our capacity, and we want to make sure everyone has got a great experience. You can still sign up to be notified within the app when subs reopen. I mean, this is unbelievable. Also, because OpenAI is really good at hype, everybody wants to use ChatGPT Plus, even though there are other solutions that can do certain things in silos. And that's exactly why this video is. This also led to a lot of memes. And one important thing to notice, people started selling ChatGPT Plus accounts on eBay. So eBay is like, if you're not familiar with eBay is a place where people buy things in the US, and ChatGPT Plus accounts are on sale for a shared account. Like let's say I paid $23 including taxes. I offer this account to bunch of other people. So I collect like $14 from everybody, like $15 from everybody. Even if I get it from 10 people, it is $150 while I'm just spending $23. I think this is actually funny. So 1 year premium access, a shared account, and access to ChatGPT 4. So this is happening in the US. And a very important thing, like the reason why I decided to actually make this video is this particular tweet from Abakash Anton. So a nice notice that in the future your AGI access can be revoked at any time, not your weights. How to avoid this? If you ever rely on these kind of companies, they might revoke your account anytime. You may not get access. But if you use local models, everything locally, it may not happen. But that's one of the reason I wanted to show you some alternatives in this video, that you understand, so that you can explain this to your friends, explain this to your family, so not everybody has to be forced to pay the $23 to OpenAI. And also, it doesn't make sense for a lot of people. So what is happening there? So ChatGPT Plus is OpenAI's premium subscription offering. It's like Netflix, Disney Plus, and a lot of other subscription service that you have got, where you have to spend every month X amount. In this case, $20 plus taxes and plus foreign exchange charges, like if I'm paying in India. So what is ChatGPT Plus? ChatGPT Plus is, to be honest, like a really good service. At least like I find it useful. And ChatGPT Plus is a combination of a bunch of things. One, they've got the free ChatGPT, and they've got DALL-E 3, they've got web browsing, and they've got GPTs, which is like the most recent popular thing everybody's been crazy about, and code interpreter. We already have different videos explaining all these things separately. We have a video for DALL-E, we have a video for the new ChatGPT, we have a video explaining how to create your own GPTs, we have a video explaining code interpreter, or what they recently called as advanced data analysis. So now this is exactly what ChatGPT Plus offers you. So free ChatGPT has got GPT 3.5, ChatGPT Plus offers you GPT-4, and I can even show you the interface very quickly that you can see here. So this is how it looks like, and once you ask something, it is going to just give you an answer. So you get GPT-4, GPT 3.5, plugins. I don't think anybody uses plugins, but everything else, I think you kind of have this particular stack. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go one by one and offer you a free open source alternative, either something that you can run locally or something that is available for you to be used by some various sources, so that you don't rely on only one company. The first thing is the free ChatGPT. Even though the free ChatGPT itself is a free ChatGPT, it offers you GPT 3.5. The first option, like the first alternative I would kindly offer you, is to take any quantized model, a GGUF model, and then run it on your local machine. We already have tutorials on our channel. If you want, let me know. I'll make like a dedicated tutorial completely again how to run these models locally. But we already have a tutorial for GGUF, GPTQ models, which you can run even on CPU. And very recently, we even saw solutions like Olama. A lot of people mentioned text generation web UI. All these solutions exist so that you can run these large language models on local CPU, even without GPU. So that is the first option. I would tell you, go to the block, pick one of the best performing models, go to the the Hugging Face Open LLM leaderboard, or in fact, like if you don't want to go to any of those things, just pick one of the Mistral models, Mistral 7 billion models. Pick one of the quantized models, run it on locally. That's the easiest option that you can ever have, and the solid most the option that you have got the most control. That's the option one. The option two is you can start using a service like Hugging Chat. I personally recommend Hugging Chat because the company behind it also has its own reputation of supporting open source models. And also, Hugging Chat gives you a bunch of options. One, it can let you select the models. So you have Llama 2 70 billion parameter, you have Code Llama 34 billion parameter, you've got Falcon 180 billion parameter. This is the only place where I've seen Falcon model. I've not seen Falcon anywhere else. And you've got the latest Mistral 7 billion instruct model. So you've got all these models with which you can select whatever model that you want. This is one good thing. The second thing is, I mean, of course, you have got the dark theme, you've got the light theme and all these things. It also can store history. A lot of people I speak to, why do you use ChatGPT? They're like, okay, I ask a question 1 week back and then I go back again 1 week later and I can get that from ChatGPT. The same thing you can get it from Hugging Chat. So that's something that you can definitely use. If you don't want to use Hugging Chat, or if you still want another alternative where you don't want to install, then you have another option called Perplexity AI. So labs.perplexity.ai is a feature within Perplexity Chat. So you can go here and ask question. And this is probably like one of the fastest LLM inference I've ever seen. And they've got a bunch of models. They have got their own custom models. Other than that, they've got like Mistral 7 billion parameter, Code Llama, Llama 2 70 billion parameter. So you can go ahead and then ask any question that you want. Like for example, you can say, I want to run GGML models on 2017 Intel Mac. How do I do that? I don't know if it is going to probably answer because GGML, okay, it gives me the answer. So you can just go ahead and ask these kind of questions and it is probably going to give you an answer. So what are the solutions that we have seen? So we saw that ChatGPT, free ChatGPT, the GPT 3.5, which is already free. But if you still want alternatives, we said, okay, fine. You use Hugging Chat or Perplexity Labs. The most controllable option for you, the best to run on local machine is your GGUF model or GPTQ models that you can probably run even if you've got like an old machine, like not very new machine. This is the first one. The second one, what ChatGPT Plus offers you is DALL-E 3. So DALL-E 3 is the latest text-to-image generation from OpenAI. I would honestly tell you that you should use some other technique because DALL-E 3 is heavily censored. I use DALL-E 3 a lot for my recent thumbnails. Some of the videos really do good. Some of the videos have completely tanked and I can probably blame it on thumbnail. But I don't need a graphic designer. I don't need to pay to a graphic designer and it saves me time. I can spend more of my energy and effort in making the video rather than making the thumbnail, which I ideally like. If I want to be a successful YouTuber, something I should do, but I don't have to do it at this point. I'm not finding it fun at this point. Anyways, so if you have such a necessity, then it's fine. But otherwise, there is a really good open source solution. Like you don't need to think a lot because Stable Diffusion is like the boss of DALL-E. Like when for a month, Stable Diffusion has completely crushed DALL-E. We have got like the distilled version of Stable Diffusion. We have got Stable Diffusion with a different LoRa for different styles. You have got a bunch of options if you want to use Stable Diffusion. You can use it on Google Colab. You can use it on local machine. You have got a bunch of options. If you do not, again, want to use a local option, I would turn your attention towards Bing image generator. You can go to Bing image generator and use it. But again, like if you don't want to do that, then your next best option is like Lexica. This does not use Stable Diffusion directly, but it uses some kind of like a different version of Stable Diffusion. So this is Lexica is a very popular model. Like long ago, before everything took off, people used Lexica. The good thing with Lexica is that you already have a lot of options. Like one, of course, you can generate something, but for example, like let's say if I want a rabbit, I can just go here and then search for a rabbit. And it's going to probably give me, it has semantic search in it, so it's going to give me all the images that has got rabbit in it. So I can look for a robot. Like a lot of my thumbnails, I try to put some kind of AI in it. So I can just go look for a robot here, take it and then put it on Canva and then create a thumbnail. So I can literally use Lexica as an alternative. So if you want to not miss DALL-E from ChatGPT Plus, then you should probably use Stable Diffusion locally or Lexica or Bing Image Generator, and you have got a bunch of other options like Playground and all these things. The next one is web browsing. This is still one of the shakiest thing in ChatGPT Plus. You ask ChatGPT for a question, ChatGPT would say, "Oh, I'll look into Bing and then with Bing browsing and then I'll tell you." Then ChatGPT Plus would tell you, "I cannot access this website. This is blocked," and all these kind of reasons. I think this is like one of the worst implementations of entire ChatGPT Plus stack. And for that, I have got a bunch of alternatives for you. One, primarily, once again, you can use Hugging Chat and search the web also. Like for example, I can go here and then say, who won the last cricket match in ICC 2023 World Cup. So technically it is going to do some kind of like retrieval augmented generation with the content from internet and the large language model. So it says the last one was played in 11th June. This is definitely not the right answer. The current this is talking about, I think, the test championship. I should have clarified saying one date, but the point is it can give you the references, it can give you the answer. So if you want web search, Hugging Chat is a very good place for you to do it. And then the next one I would suggest you is again Perplexity. Perplexity is quite popular at this point, and it indexes really fast. I tried it a couple of times, but somehow I have never gotten this feeling that I need LLM with internet. But if you want, you can definitely use Perplexity Chat. The next option is you can definitely go ahead and then use Bard. Something that not a lot of people would like it, but Bard is not that bad. You can definitely use Bard if you want an LLM with internet. And also, like, I use Bard very often because it's very easy for me to just go bard.google.com, even though I'm a ChatGPT Plus subscriber. So the next part is the web browsing. We have sorted it out with Hugging Chat, Perplexity, Bing search is another option, and Google Bard. The next one is what a lot of people are crazy about at this point, and one of the reason why OpenAI is saying that they have to shut down the subscription, the new subscriptions, because GPTs. I think GPTs, according to them, are like super popular, like ridiculously popular at this point, and there are not a lot of open alternatives. But I recently came across one which seems very promising. So I also saw a Twitter user recently who managed to run OpenGPTs on local machine using Ollama, which gives you an API with the local model, like completely local. So this new library is from LangChain AI. It's called OpenGPTs. They have also given you an example. And GPTs, like everybody is crazy about GPTs. You know, I also have made a tutorial about GPT, and I'm going to make a lot of GPTs. But you know, always there is back of my mind, I'm like, how much more data I should give it to give OpenAI so that, you know, they become like this huge behemoth like Google. I'm like, should I create the next Google with OpenAI? Already, you know, they're not so good at what they say. Like they started as non-profit and all the other things. So I always have this in my back of my mind, and this is the library that I'm definitely looking forward to try out extensively and make a dedicated tutorial about. But meanwhile, if you want an open source alternative for GPTs, this is exactly the library that you should focus on. It builds upon LangChain, LangServe, Langsmith, all part of the same Langverse, Lang universe, Lang ecosystem. And this is how the interface looks like. If you want to play with, you can just easily go here and then play with. You can select the type of agent that you want. You can give more tools, like you can have more access than what GPTs currently give you. GPTs, what do they give you? They give you like RAG, retrieval augmented generation with PDF. They give you internet access, and other than that, they give you API access, like you can make actions and then call API. But this is like really good stuff. Like you have DuckDuckGo, search, retrieval, archive, and you have got a bunch of other things. And you can also create like a public link if you want. So this is quite amazing. Like I said, I want to make a separated dedicated tutorial, but this is a really good open source alternative at this moment for OpenAI GPTs if you do not want to use GPTs, or if you do not want to use ChatGPT Plus. And finally, a code interpreter is something that I absolutely love. Code interpreter with an OpenAI ChatGPT Plus is amazing. I use it for a lot of things. Sometimes, you know, if I want to create a GIF, sometimes if I want to convert an image to one format to another format, sometimes to create MP4, because it's like a Python running on a sandbox OS, sandbox environment that has got a lot of important Python libraries like FFmpeg. FFmpeg is not a Python library. A lot of Python libraries, including some Unix libraries. So it makes it really easy for you to use. But I would strongly encourage you to turn your attention towards another amazing open source library on which we also have a tutorial on our channel, where we used Open Interpreter to run local models and also using OpenAI. So we have got this tutorial. Open Interpreter has come a long way since we covered it, which was like one of the earliest days of Open Interpreter. Open Interpreter's default local model currently is Mistral. It does a lot more things. You've got the demo, you've got all these things available for you to use. So if you miss Code Interpreter from OpenAI, then Open Interpreter, Code Interpreter from OpenAI, company supposedly OpenAI, then Open Interpreter by Killian Lucas is what you should turn your attention to. It's quite amazing. It does a lot of stuff. In fact, like it does a lot better than Code Interpreter. It also gives access to your local computer, which if you are paranoid about, like I am, at every step it will ask you a question: should I run this script or not? So that's actually a good thing. You don't have to like give it complete access for it to run. So anyways, what's the bottom line of this tutorial? In this tutorial, we learned about the main elements, features of ChatGPT Plus, and for every single element, we broke it down into different parts, and then we found open alternatives or alternatives that are supported by open companies or companies that give you more alternatives, so that you don't have to rely on only OpenAI. You don't have to always pay the $23 to OpenAI. Maybe send it to me. I'll be very happy. Right. Anyways, the point here is that you have a really good stack for every single thing about OpenAI. Let me quickly give you a run through. For the free ChatGPT, which is GPT 3.5 turbo powered, you can use Hugging Chat or Perplexity Lab or even local models, any GGUF or GPTQ model from the block. And DALL-E 3, you can use Stable Diffusion, Lexica. Stable Diffusion you can run locally, or Auto 1111 or Google Colab. And Lexica, you can just use the hosted version. There is another thing called Clip Drop also, it's Stable Diffusion acquired. You can use that as well. Web browsing, you can use Hugging Chat, Perplexity Chat, Bing Search, Google Bard. GPTs is like very new, and you can use LangChain's Open GPTs. And finally, Code Interpreter, you can use Open Interpreter. I hope this tutorial was helpful to you in understanding what are all the alternatives, free open alternatives available for everything that OpenAI is offering as part of ChatGPT Plus subscription. And if you understand this very well, please share it with your friends and family, so they also know that they don't have to rely on OpenAI for every single thing. And yeah, you can save some money. See you in another video. Happy prompting.